Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to this video lecture. Today we are going to see about basics of C. This is P. Murugeshwari, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology, GT Arts College, Dindigal. First we will see about general aspect of C. C was originally developed in the year 1970s by Dennis Ritchie at Bell Telephone Laboratories. C is a high-level and general-purpose structured programming language we all know. Instruction of C consists of terms that are very closely same to algebraic expression. It is nothing but instructions of C are same to be algebraic expression, and it consists of certain English keyword such as if, else, for, do and while. And it contains some additional features that allows it to be used at a lower level, and it will act as a bridge between machine language and the high level language. This allows C to be used for system programming as well as for application programming. Because of these additional features, we can use both system programming and application programming. The character set of C. C language consists of some character set, numbers and some special symbols. The character set of C consists of all the alphabets of C language. It supports capital A to Z and it supports lowercase letter a to Z, and it will support numeric values 0 through 9, and it will support special symbols such as open and close braces, open and close square bracket, question mark, plus minus, multiplication, division, modulus, exclamatory mark, semicolon and more. The words formed from the character set are building blocks of C and are sometimes known as tokens. Tokens are nothing but every individual unit in a program is called tokens. The following are different types of tokens used in C. First one is identifier, keyword, constant, operators and punctuation symbol. First we will see about identifier. A C program consists of two types of element. First one is user defined and then system defined. Identifiers is nothing but a name given to this element. An identifier is a word used by a programmer to name a variable, function or label. An identifier is nothing but a user defined name. It can be used in a function, it can be used in declaring a function, or it can be used in declaring a variable, or it can be used in declaring a label. Overall, an identifier is nothing but it is a user defined variable name, function name and also a label. Identifiers consist of letters and digits in any order except that the first character or label. Okay, in identifier we can use both letters and digit, but the character or the word must begin with the letters. Okay, but it support both uppercase and lowercase letters. Next we will see about keywords. Keywords are nothing but it is a system defined identifiers. Okay, it is opposite to the identifiers. Keywords are nothing but it is a system defined identifiers, and it is also called as predefined one. Keywords are reserved word of the language. Keywords are also called as reserved word. They have specific meaning in the language and it cannot be used by the programmer as variable or constant. Okay, it has specific meaning, because of that we cannot be used as a variable or constant name in a program, and it is a case sensitive. It means it must be used only in uppercase letter or it is a lowercase letter. For example, if the break, here we are seeing some keywords, the break is declared in a lowercase letter. We have to declare that particular keyword in only as lowercase letter. We cannot use it as an uppercase letter. So it is a case sensitive. Okay, there are 32 keywords in C programming language. Okay, next we will see about variables. Variables is a name of the memory location. Variables are used to store values. Its value can be changed and it can be reused many times. Okay, variables are nothing but it is used to store values. The name of a variable can composed of letters, digit and underscore. we can declare as a letter followed by digit, and underscore also we can use if there are two words. It has some rules. The letter should be, the word should be begin with a letter, or it can be start with underscore. Both it will support uppercase and lowercase letter, but it is distinct. Okay, we have to declare if for example, if we declared a variable as first, we are declaring a variable first as both uppercase and lowercase, means it will take it as a distinct variable, because we have declared in both uppercase and lowercase letters. Okay, we can declare a variable in different data types. Okay, here the data types are char, int, float, double and void. Char data type is used for, it is a single octant. Okay, this is an integer. And int is used for, this is the most natural size of integer for the machine. Float, a single precision floating point value. Double, a double precision floating point value. Void represent the absence of type. We will see we will see deeply in the next slides. Okay, constant. Constant is a value or an identifier whose value cannot be altered in a program. It is nothing but constant is a fixed value. For example, if we are declaring a variable to 1, actually a equal to 1 or b equal to 2.5 means the variable value will not be changed during the execution of a program. As an identifier also can be defined as a constant. We can define an identifier as constant also. For example, here we have to use the keyword as const. Okay, the keyword name is const, and we are declaring the variable as pi, and it should be in a uppercase letter. Here we are declaring as 3.14. Okay, here this is a constant value. During the execution of a program, the pi value will not be changed. I hope you all understand. The pi value will not be changed. Before that, we should use the keyword as const, and we have to declare the variable as uppercase letter. Okay. Next we will see about integer constant. Integer constant is a numeric constant without any fractional or exponential part. It is nothing but integers are used to store whole numbers without any fractional values. There are three types of integer constant in C programming. It is nothing but decimal constant, octal constant and hexadecimal constant. Decimal constant, the base value is 10. Octal constant, the base value is 8. And in hexadecimal constant, the base value is 16. Next we will see about floating point constant. Floating point constant is a numeric constant that has either a fractional form or an exponent form. The point values are said to be floating point constant, opposite to integer constant. Okay. Next we will see about character constant. A character constant is a constant which uses single quotation around characters. It is nothing but a single letters. In alphabets, if we are using as a single letter means that is called as character constant, and we have to enclose with single character. Okay, here we are seeing some examples. A comma I comma M comma F, and we are declared it as a character constant, and we are enclosed with, and we have enclosed with single quotes. And we will see about string constant. String constant are the constant which are enclosed in a pair of double quotes. Opposite to single quotes, we are using double quotes in string constant. There will be only a single character in character constant, but in string constant we are using sequence of characters. Okay, I hope you all understand. If you are using sequence of character means that is called as string constant. Okay, next we are going to see about operators in C. An operator is a special symbol which operates on a value or a variable. For example, plus is an operator to perform addition. Okay, it is nothing but operator is a symbol. It is used to perform some mathematical calculations. Okay, or it is used to perform some logical operations, or it is used to perform some relational operations. For that we are using operators Okay, it is rich in C actually. Okay, C programming has wide range of operators to perform various operations. Okay, there are so many operators in C. We will see one by one. In this video we are going to cover up to relational operator. Okay, first we will see one by one. Arithmetic operator, increment and decrement operator, assignment operator, relational operator, logical operator, conditional operator, bitwise operator and special operator. Okay, first we will see about arithmetic operator. The name itself specifies it is used to perform some mathematical operations. Okay, what are the operators present in arithmetic operator means plus, minus, multiplication, division and then modulus. The meaning for that operators are plus is used for simple addition or it is used for unary plus, and minus is used for subtraction and it is used for unary minus. We all know multiplication is used to multiply the two numbers, or division is used to perform division, and modulus is used to produce the result as a remainder. Okay, it will produce the result as remainder. Okay, division operator it will produce the result as quotient, and a modulus operator it will produce the result as remainder. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, next we will see about increment and decrement operator. Okay, C program has two operators, increment and decrement operator, to change the value of an operand by 1. Actually it will change the operand value as 1. Okay. Okay, increment means plus plus and decrement means minus minus. It will increment the value by 1 means that is called as increment operator. It will decrease the value by 1 means it is called decrement operator. Okay. Okay, we will see some example. Here I have declared A equal to 10 and B equal to 100. We have declared we are using the plus plus operator and minus minus operator, that is nothing but increment operator and decrement operator. Here plus plus A, and it is used for only unary operator. Okay, here we will use only one operand. Plus plus A means it will increment by 1. Already we have declared A equal to 10. 10 plus 1 means our output will be 11. Okay, minus minus means it will be decrease the value by 1, so our output will be, already we have declared B equal to 100, B minus minus in the sense it will decrease the value by 1, so our output will be 99. I hope you understand. Next we will see about C assignment operator. Assignment operator is used for assigning a value to a variable. It is used to assign a value to a variable. Assignment operator is nothing but equal to operator is called as assignment operator. Okay, kindly note it. Single equal to operator is called assignment operator. See some of the operator here. Equal to, and then example is A equal to B and same as A equal to B. Some shorthand operators are used. See the example, plus equal to. Okay, plus equal to. See the example, A plus equal to B. It is nothing but, and it is same as A equal to A plus B. The right hand side and left hand side will be the same variable will present, so we can use it as a shorthand operator. I hope you understand. Here A minus equal to B, here it will be same as A equal to A minus B. We can use it for multiplication, division and modulus. Kindly note it, left hand side and right hand side the letter will be, the variable will be same means we can use in the assignment operator. Nothing but a shorthand operator. Next we will see about C relational operator. Okay, it is a last operator. We are going to see lastly. A relational operator check the relation between two operands. It is going to check the relation between two operands. If the relation is true, it returns 1. If the relation is false, it returns the value as 0. Okay, kindly note it. If the relation is true, it will return 1. If the relation is false, it returns a value as 0. Relational operators are used to make a decision and it can be used in loops. Okay, relational operators are used in decision making and we can use in loops also. Okay, we will see some example, and we will see the relational operators what are all. Double equal to, it is nothing but equal to. For example, we are checking both variable values are same or not. Here 5 double equal to 3. Our condition is false, so it returns the value as true. We have already said if the relation is false, it returns the value as 0. Okay, and then we are using greater than operator. 5 greater than 3. Okay, it returns true because 5 greater than 3 only, so the condition is true, so the value will be 1. Okay, less than, okay, 5 less than 3, it will return for 0 because the statement is false. Not equal to, 5 not equal to 3 returns 1 because the condition is true, because 5 and 3 are different values, so the condition is true, so it will print the value as return, it will return the value as 1. Okay, greater than or equal to. Okay, greater than or equal to, here we are going to see the example. 5 greater than or equal to 3. Okay, here it will return the value as 0 because it will return the value as 1 because 5 is greater than 3 only. Okay, here less than or equal to, 5 less than or equal to 3, it returns false because 5 is a greater value, so it will return 0 value. I hope you all understand. Thanks for watching.